So let's talk about, for some reason you don't have any commercially available tourniquets. You don't have a dedicated tourniquet and you have a life-threatening bleed that you need to stop. All right. First off, always ask yourself, why didn't you have that tourniquet, that dedicated tourniquet in your pocket, ready to go at all times? Because blood flow is precious, or blood volume is precious, and you need to be able to handle these as quickly as you possibly can. But aside from that, what can you do to improvise since you weren't prepared for that? You can improvise using cotton material. For improvised tourniquets, they can be effective. They're going to take longer, you're going to lose more volume, and really the ineffective tourniquets that are improvised are typically the belt style or using a belt. That's completely ineffective. Basically anything that doesn't have a windlass. A windlass style improvised tourniquet is what I'm going to show you because that has been effective in the field. So this is a great example of, because it's going to take you a while to gather material and get ready to place this tourniquet on. This is another great example of when to use this utility cord stopgap, just to buy yourself some time by kind of constricting that blood flow a little bit. And again, this isn't wide enough to be a permanent tourniquet, so this isn't something that you would leave on. But you can slow the blood flow with that. Now you can take some cotton material. This is already stripped up. And you want that tourniquet to be, 1.5 to 3 to 4 inches wide. It needs to be wide to kind of spread that surface area and not do, kind of imagine like a garrote or piano wire. That's how you cut through flesh. You don't want to cut through, you want to spread that. So what you'll do is place this on, and you'll begin to tie your square knot, going right over left. Then from there you'll need some sort of a windlass. You can use anything that's not going to break. It can be a stick. I've seen people use their saw in here, but then you got to weigh the pros and cons of, do you need your saw for other things? Because this is a remote wilderness emergency, you may need it for other things. So typically it's best to just use that saw to cut one of these, but in a pinch I could hurry up and use that saw, tie it off, and then go figure out a way using my multi-tool maybe to cut a piece of stick to use. So I'm going to finish out the square knot with the windlass in the middle now. I went right over left first, so this time I'll go left over right. It's essentially tying your shoes without the bows. Now that I have this in place, I'll turn that windlass until the bleeding has stopped, arterial blood flow has ceased, and then from there I need to secure this, and this doesn't have any sort of thing that you can secure it with. So what you can do is loosen this, flip it up and over, and just tighten that enough to where it keeps it from slipping. Or you can take some tape out of your kit and wrap that around to keep it from slipping. Or in a pinch, or if that's all you had, you could use another piece of cotton, go over one way, over the other and capture, and then just tie it off. Anything you can do to keep that windlass from releasing the pressure that you've created with that tourniquet is what you're going for. Doesn't matter how, just make sure that it stays put.